Cubby blue blood flowing through our veins. Sitting in the bleachers in the rain. We've shed a million tears and drank as many old style beers out at the game. Let's go Cubby, Ranto, Ranto and the lovable losers. Ranto and the lovable losers. Ranto.
Baby, you made me want to milk a cow. Look at my either that or that's kind of the Trump dance too. That's a different kind of cow, Michael. But
everybody line up. Boy, we know how to start a baseball podcast or what?
No, we don't. That much is apparent. So welcome. Well, the scream was good. After that, it just went off the rails immediately. Welcome to the Ranto show.
Way more energy than this team deserves, by the way.
Oh, I'll say. Well, I'm mad, and anger gives me energy. So it kind of stands to reason that we would have some sort of energy, even if it was negative. But before we get going with this one, I do want to mention #Chance in the chat. I always forget to say that until like halfway through the show. And I'm like, today's the day. Yeah. I start out by saying #Chance in the chat. You could win a Frig Chance postcard sent to you by me with a message of love and doom. I just got a text from longtime listener and friend Bill Sugas that he got his #Chance postcards in the mail. And
oh my goodness,
he couldn't be more excited. So Dominic, good job delivering those. I assume it was you that delivered them. That's our mail carrier, Ranter. But I would also like to welcome everybody that is our Patreon supporter. And if you're not one, you should be one. Patreon.com/SunRanto. Look, there's a thing, a little graphic right below me. It's got the address right there. There's no excuse. And if you want to just give us money, there's my Venmos and my PayPals. But I want to thank all 91 people that actually subscribe, especially Blake Beard and Bernie Barron, because they just give more. So we like them more. And all of our sponsors In the Clutch shirts, Matt Kammerer's Permanent Paintings, whose wonderful artwork hangs above our shoulders right now. And I'm in contact with Matt about doing some other kind of artwork for me and the musical. You ever seen Rock and Roll High School?
Yes. Long time ago.
The Ramones and stuff. Can you picture the poster? It's like cartoon and the Ramones are in it and like big boobied ladies and the teacher that's mad. And so you got a whole cast of characters, like the movie posters used to be like this, a collage of the people in it, like doing their thing. And I kind of want one of those for the game, for my musical. And so I'm talking to Matt about that, amongst other things. So what a great guy and a great Cubs fan. And if you're ever in Missouri and need a tattoo, he's also your guy at Permanent Vacation Tattoos.
And at some point, I don't know why I didn't think about it at the time, or maybe this actually came out right after, but if you look right here, this is that Ranter Fest that has Bleacher Jeff as Jesus in The Last Supper. And I was just thinking, like, that needs to be the cover of the Bleacher Bum Bible book. Don't you think? Like, the one I have is generic, like this blue sort of geometric thing that I made by myself, but like really Matt Kammerer epitomizes that book right there in that picture.
Well, you know how it's like the second coming. This is for the second printing.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't think you're ever going to run out of Bible verses to draw parallels to the Cubs with.
Well, except for I just don't want to do it again. Give me any. Maybe I need to branch out. Maybe I'll do the Torah next, or
I'd stop there.
I'll do the I can't remember what the Muslim book name is. I'm terrible. With
Don't do that one though. Like you know what happened to that Dutch guy. He just did a cartoon.
You just can't make pictures of Muhammad. Like that's all it is.
Already you're putting us at jeopardy just by saying that. What I would do is, how about the Kama Sutra? Do like
wait a second. Somebody has a good idea.
There you go.
The Cubs fan Kama Sutra. I like that.
Yeah, the Cubs fan Kama Sutra. All the different positions.
And that will also be called the Second Coming.
So where was I in giving our sponsors? Oh yeah, Penguin Imprints.
Our sponsors are so happy that that's where this devolved to.
Are you kidding me? They love it. Like Penguin Imprints, the mere mention of the Cubs needing a rally, and out comes the Penguin Imprints Rally Crack shirt.
Yeah.
And if you want a Rally Crack shirt, you can get one at penguinimprints.com and use Bleacher Bunch as your code. You get 20% off. That's a lot of percent. And also, you can also use code Bleacher Bunch. Or no, you can use code Ranter to get your obvious shirts. I always forget to mention that. But Joe hooked us up with that sponsorship a while ago, but it was only for John Baker Day, but I looked it up. It's still there. So let's go. Yeah. People are buying obvious shirts anyways. Might as well use code Ranter. And also, last but not least, actually best, I like the new Fanarchy app. It's a lot of fun over there. There's new bells and whistles coming all the time, including the ability to tag each other. And I've been using the Fanarchy app recently when I'm in places that I can't just watch the game, right? So, it used to be you go on game day and you watch it and it shows you all the plays and all the crap, right? So it doesn't show you like the pitches and stuff, but it does tell you pitch by pitch what's going on. And unlike in the MLB app, you can type about it. You can say something about what's happening while you're looking at it. So if you're ever wondering, you're out and you're like, well, I can't watch the game. Open the Fanarchy app, put it on your game, and it will literally tell you pitch by pitch. It's a curveball ball. It's a fastball strike. Yeah. And you know what I've been using it for is kind of the news, because it's so hard to, unless you go to Bleacher Nation or Cubs Insider, where we post this show too. And then there's a lot of Bleed Cubby Blue. Those are probably the big three. And then there's a bunch of other ones. But Fanarchy's been using heavy.com. Have you seen Heavy? I don't know what Heavy is, but it's actually has better articles than a lot of other places. Like just that, it seems to have some news first. I don't know. And I just kind of I like the name Heavy. So I'm like, I'll try this one. But normally I go to Cubs Insider. I go to those big three. I look at all three of them at least.
I feel like I was like in the early 2000s, I was looking at porn on Heavy.
No, that was Heavy.
But I don't know.
That was Heavy Heifers.
Right. Yeah. That was because, it was a farming website. Heavy Heifers.
Yeah. I think it's just like, this is just like an aggregate sports site. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we should get on with the show. Hashtag Chance in the chat. I
have to laugh at when we were talking about the Kama Sutra for Cubs fans, Roberto Ramos. I'll post for that cover. And then Bill Sugas, me laying on my back for 36 hours.
Frozen.
Oh, you're frozen. I'm frozen too. Uh-oh. Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Yeah. We're all back.
I couldn't tell. I don't know. It's funny when we're doing this. If you get frozen, am I frozen to you? Or...
Yes, we were both frozen.
Okay. See,
and now you're frozen and I'm not frozen.
Okay.
Really, who we have to ask is the listeners right now. Who's frozen?
And
is Michael frozen? Am I frozen? Are we both frozen? Let us know.
What the hell is going on? Okay.
Well, that time just you were frozen. So,
but not to me. To me, you were frozen.
Okay. So, and we don't even know if we were frozen to anybody else at all. But maybe they'll let us know. Danny was frozen. They said I was frozen and you weren't. So Well, hopefully we got this.
Oh, well, they all got lucky. They all got lucky with you making a great face, and then me making, moving around so that they can't focus.
All right. Well, let's hopefully I don't freeze again. So should we go tarps off for this one? Should we go?
Oh yeah, tarps off, baby. Woo!
No,
Man, these idiots.
All right, first we got to start there because that was one of the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen. Is that Cardinals fan in the tarps off section getting that ball, and with it after Channing overrated to PCA and watching him go 4 for 5, and then for him to place that ball perfectly into that section, and then have that kid throw it back and make a total ass of himself with that weak ass throw that did not make the field, but ended up hitting this other Cubs fan that was sitting in the first row, who was like, "What the fuck?"
Who was probably like, "Sweet, I got PCA's home run ball."
Exactly, which I don't think he did, because I feel like I can see him switch out the balls as they do in Wrigley Field, which I'm against personally. But
well, that's the thing. When I was watching, so when I saw the short video where it just showed him throw, I felt like, oh, this is a right-handed person throwing with his left hand, and that's why it looks so bad. But then later, I actually saw a little more of it, and that's where you're talking, where it looked like they were swapping out the ball. While they were doing that, this kid was losing his mind. He was like taking out.
Yeah, he was doing spazzing out. That was the problem. He panicked.
And I was I got a little nervous, I will say, because like I'm making fun of this kid and I'm laughing at him and all this. And then I saw the full video and I'm like, I think I may have been making fun of somebody who has serious developmental issues, because it looked bad. Either that or he was just hammered. I mean, maybe he was just drunk.
Yeah, well, let's watch. This is the video. I think this is my favorite one because you see him hit the poor guy in the front row. And so this is the one that's taken from behind, so you don't see him as fumbling around as much as Michael was just describing. But here's this one. So the ball comes in. Now he's doing the switcheroo. Now he's freaking out. And then boom, hits that guy right in the ass. And then some English guy yells, "Fuck you." I don't get it. Like, do you hear that at the end? He's like, "Fuck you." I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Sounds English. But anyway, that guy
he's probably sitting there like, why are you throwing a ball back? Why are you throwing a ball at that Cubs fan? That seems very rude. This English guy has no idea what's going on. Like, this is why we separate the fan bases in England, just for this kind of thing.
So we haven't really talked about it too much, but what do you think of this whole tarps off phenomenon? We talked about it a little last week. I mean,
it's stupid. I mean, it's fine. When they started this thing, I think it was just like, it was like a big group of like Boy Scouts or Little League baseball players or something. I don't know. And they took off their shirts and started waving them around as just like to get on TV. You know what I mean? Like, they were just kids trying to get on TV, and there was a bunch of them. So that's how they did it. But since then, it's just, I don't know. It's out of hand. It's just like random people are doing it. Just anybody does it now. And except for women, because a woman would get thrown out.
Well, I heard that guy got thrown out because really any other stadium, you're not allowed to throw the ball back at the field. At Wrigley Fields, we allow it just because it's tradition and whatnot. And, most fans that are doing it we kind of know what we're doing. It's like,
right. When
like, Cubs fans, this guy did not know what he was doing.
He didn't even know how to throw a ball. No, because when Cubs fans throw the ball out, like you said, if the opposing team fan catches the ball, that person is not going to throw the ball back. And when a Cubs fan catches the opposing team's ball, then they are going to throw it back, but they know not to throw it near a player. You know what I mean? Like, they throw it way out, so it's in that no man's land in between like the outfielder and the infielder, and just kind of lands, and then a ball a ball person has to run out there and they're like, these fucking people, man, I'm so tired.
Well, I thought it was funny that our friend Ken, who writes at Out Sports, we talked about this phenomenon of young men taking off their shirts. And I was like, oh, well, if Ken's going to open the door for me here,
Yeah.
He's like, I got another reason to go out to the ballpark. And I'm just kind of like, the whole thing just seems a little repressed, like it's a bunch of repressed young men who, that you hear about these young guys. And I'm a little worried. I got a nephew. He's a teenager. You got a young son, I know he's a good kid though. So I don't see him.
And Eli's an adult now. And, but yeah, I've got a nephew who just graduated from college and I get what you're saying. Like young men, it's the looks maxing kind of a fake story about how everybody's lonely now. It's like, no, everybody's always been lonely. We just didn't have the internet to tell the world we were lonely.
We didn't cry about it. We just went out to the bar, got drunk like a person, and talked to some old man.
And if we did cry about it, we were alone. Exactly. That's what lonely is. You're in your house and you're crying and you're just drinking. I mean, Hank Williams wrote a whole damn song, "Tear in My Beer." Like, that's the whole shit. Like, you didn't have an opportunity to get on the internet and be like, I'm lonely and I feel like maiming somebody. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I do wish them all a happy Pride Month because it is June 1st. And
I'm wearing my Pride hat.
Yeah, I gave my Pride hat away. I realized that today. I was like, when's the Pride thing? When are they giving stuff away again? Because I'm going to need to pick up another one. Anyway, I'm proud of those kids. I just, any time that a bunch of men do something in a group, I get nervous. Because you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, where's this going?
And this is not about that first group. That first group was like, there were a bunch of kids and they were doing it to get on TV and they were just having fun. Everybody after that, that's where you start to get a little nervous. Like, what is going on here? Why did you get so excited when you saw everybody taking your shirts off? And then you were like, I'm going to buy a ticket for that section so that I can take my shirt off.
Well, and also I thought about this the other day as I was watching this happen. And like, this is a real win for Michelle Obama's childhood obesity program, because these young boys pretty much, I did the math, and like they're like hitting kindergarten just as Michelle Obama's rolling that thing out and getting more healthy food in the schools. And because when I went, we had like neon mashed potato gravy and like a
I love that mashed potato gravy.
Gave you a rash. No, I still love that stuff.
Yeah, I know it'll bounce if you throw it against. It's like that liquid that if you throw it on the ground, it holds its. Somehow it gets hard and it bounces, and only when it stops bouncing does it go liquid again. Like, I don't know how that works, but I ate it. I ate a lot of it.
Flubber, I believe they called it. Yeah. Anyway, it's
but yeah, I think
those guys are in good shape. That's all.
Right. They're in good shape. But Danny, you know what's happening here, right? They're self-segregating. The fat young men are like, I'll take a ticket anywhere but over in right field. I'm not going over there because all those dudes are going to take their shirts off, and you hear them yelling, "Take it off, take it off," which the last time I heard that, I was in my 20s as well. But it wasn't just all men or all women. Like, it was a mixture, and we were yelling this. It was in a bar and lots of people were drunk, but like there was no hanging out at a ball game yelling at people to take their shirt off when they didn't want to.
Well, there's those Shota guys that took their shirts off, and that was last year. So we kind of invented this, and not really. I mean, we've had dudes in the bleachers without shirts on.
We didn't invent the athletic, the athletic, good-looking young man taking their shirt off. No, those kids, those were like a spectrum.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to say is it, and who got in the commercial? The fat guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that got in the commercial. And so I don't know what they paid him or if they paid him at all. And they were like, oh, it's just fun to be on TV, right, son? Let's save Tom Ricketts money. He only has a bunch of billions of dollars. But the fat guy. So I want to say to the Tarps Off people, can we have a fatties only Tarps Off section? And we just go all over there and show our moves and bounce them in the air.
Yeah, Joey says nobody wants me to take my shirt off. Same here.
Yeah, Robert, a bunch of crawlies.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Crawlies.
I was going to say that, a bunch of crawlies in trading, a bunch of little crawlies. But we should do like a fat guy Tarps Off section. Where should that section be? At Wrigley Field, where it's like if it wasn't the bleachers, which is the first answer.
See, but Danny, you are missing the actual great opportunity that this show has. We don't do tarps on or tarps off. We do tarps on, and we all dress like Poncho Boy. The entire left field bleachers in yellow tarps, ponchos.
Yeah. Or we could roll ourselves up in a tarp like they've covered the field with and be tarps on.
Well, is it still saran wrap? Like, is that still the
Reynolds
wrap now that they have on the thing? I mean, yeah, do tarps on and everybody wears like Reynolds wrap bullshit. And you know, they're putting that on TV because Reynolds wrap is like, hell yeah, we want free advertising.
Well, saran wrap would be pretty good because you could like mummy somebody up in that. Like you just like have a bunch of people all mummied up in saran wrap or like tarps on, bitches, let's go. and then the Cubs come back and win that one, and then from then on in, everybody does that.
Yeah, or I mean, in the Reynolds wrap, that's like tinfoil, right? So you could all make tinfoil hats out there.
Well, yeah, I think they're already wearing those out there.
Right. And everybody hold signs about the lizard people coming and, you know.
All right. Well, I think we've talked enough about shirtless men on this show that's a different kind of Cubs podcast. You know what I mean? Remember back in the day before there were
about it.
Do you remember back in the day when there were like maybe 4 or 5 Cubs podcasts instead of like 30, and every time you would look up Cubs podcast online, half of them would be like Bears and Cubs gay podcasts. We're heading back there.
Oh,
maybe
right.
I think we're straddling the line, you and I, with this show so far, talking about half naked men.
What are you talking about? I mean, this makes all the sense in the world. Everybody who looks for Cubs on their Twitter feed, their Blue Sky feed, like whatever, they get a lot of gay content, and we're down with that. The gays can find us on accident that way and come in and be like, this is the only baseball podcast I've ever heard just talking about shirtless men the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
And we've talked about lots of shirtless Cubs over the years. I mean, I personally had a crush on Jason Hayward. Good Lord, that man looked good without a shirt.
Fight me for that guy, though.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that turns your ignition on this team?
No.
Yeah, me either.
I'm trying to think. Like, no. You know, maybe.
I kind of want to turn out Matt Shaw.
Yeah,
just to prove a point.
Yeah, I think there's nobody on the team that like is like a Jason Hayward-esque like Roman god. It's literally just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, if they're like, no, you got to pick one guy to go out on a date with, I'm going Javier Assad. That dude just looks fun. He looks cuddly. I think like, you know, he probably has enough money to buy like an oversized couch, and I would be the small spoon in that situation. And I would be happy with that because I've never gotten to be the small spoon. I am forever big spoon. And so to get that opportunity to cuddle up with dude on a cold Chicago night, I don't know, watch some SCTV or something, be wonderful.
I'm gonna stick with Matt Shaw, just to prove a point. So Can we talk about the fact
Danny's like, can we talk about
anything else?
Anything else?
Well, I do want to talk about my least favorite Cub right now, and that is Dansby Swanson. Because, and I know it's not his fault what he's getting
We did
paid.
bring up Jason Hayward, so it makes sense that you want to talk about Dansby Swanson now.
It is. He's the right-handed Jason Hayward. Jason also very good with the glove. Dansby, hey, the defense is there. I'm never going to complain about that, but the bat has become unhittable. I mean, unplayable, I should say. And, you know, he's already batting ninth. If he could bat 10th or 11th, that would be great. Can we DH for the SS? Like something's got to give. This is awful.
What did I say when we were talking about the DH coming to the National League? It like everybody's like, oh, it's going to replace the pitcher, and then somehow we're going to have everybody's going to be able to hit well. And I'm like, no, you're going to get a defense first guy who gets to play because he can bat in the ninth spot because he is technically better than a pitcher. And that's where Dansby is. I mean, he is the poster child for the DH ruining your offensive team. Like, it sucks. Like, it's better when a pitcher's out there, because when Dansby gets his one hit a week, nobody cares. It just makes us more angry because we see that he can do it. When a pitcher gets one hit a week, we're like, that was awesome. The pitcher got a hit. I love it. You know, you got to find your joy in these things, and watching a shortstop hit like a pitcher every single day there's no joy there.
Well, and the difference is that he's out there every single day and every single at bat. Whereas in the old days of pitchers hitting, like maybe you saw a pitcher hit twice in the game, something like that.
They had to be on a roll to get a third at bat.
Exactly. And so now we're watching Dansby Swanson getting 4 or 5 at bats, and you're like, oh, brother. So, but here's the beauty: you go 1 for 5, you're bringing that batting average up at this point. That's a 200, baby. And no,
but it's only 200 for that one day. When he goes 0 for 4 the next day, it doesn't do anything for him.
Exactly. No, then it just evens out into getting worse. But he apparently, I read this article on Bleacher Nation about how they've identified what he's doing wrong, and he's chasing the breaking balls. He's chasing breaking balls.
You notice Chuggo actually identified what he was doing wrong a while back, and I got somebody fired. So I would make sure everybody tread lightly when you talk about what Dansby's doing wrong.
Yeah. He needs to spend a little bit more time in the Tarps off section. So but he looks like a freaking idiot, because when somebody swings and misses at the off speed pitch that's like diving down, you look like a fool, because the swing looks like trash sometimes. And they're trying to get him to not change his approach, except for just recognizing the breaking ball. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, so how do you practice that? Just like go watch a bunch of tapes of breaking balls coming at your face, like, until you're like, okay, I see that spin again. Like, how long do we wait for Dansby Swanson to recognize what a breaking ball is again before you take him out of the lineup and give somebody else a chance? Like, Matt Shaw is hurt right now. He had a back issue. But when he comes back, if you have Nico Horner at shortstop, you're not going that far down from a defensive standpoint than from to put Nico out there as opposed to Dansby. And then Matt Shaw, maybe he's got his shit together. He's got a little pop. He's probably who they should have put at third in the first place and never gone with Bregman. Like,
we could have bought a whole other pitcher for that Bregman money. Here, let me show you this though, because the Dansby stuff, everybody talks about Dansby, like, oh, Dansby's the best. Oh, he's such a good defensive player, all this stuff. I'm sorry. Let's pop this up there. So what you're looking at here is Dansby's defensive numbers, right? And I will say defensive stats kind of suck. I don't really understand a lot of what they're looking at. But if you look over there closer to the right side, you start to see some negative numbers. -2 in particular. So that is total zone. All right. So that's the number of runs above or below average the player was worth based on the number of plays made. He was -2 in the last 2 years. So 2023, his first year with Chicago, and these are only the Chicago years, just so you know.
Right.
The first year, yes, 13, +13 and +12 on his total zone. That's a very good year. Right. But then the last 2 years, he has not been the defensive like guy that everybody wants. And you notice no gold gloves. He had a gold glove in 2023, but he has not sniffed a gold glove since then because of this total zone stuff, the things that he's not doing all that well. And that's the thing. So on top of Dansby Swanson being a 184 hitter, whatever frick he is right now. Now, I will say this year, he's at a +3 so far. So, I mean, at least it's better than it was the last 2 years.
Nico wouldn't be that much far behind. I mean, Nico would be a great shortstop on a lot of teams, and we're lucky to have him at second. But it's
but here's the thing.
Got other guys that can play second.
For 2 years, he has been at this like -2 level. And when I'm looking at his batting, like his batting has not been good, like all that good. 242, 244. That's his batting average. His he was, let's see where his OPS was 744, then 701 in those years. He was a 104 OPS plus when he had the 744. He was a 98 OPS plus when he had the 701. So when we're talking about how he bats, the years that he is doing terribly in the field, he's also not batting well either. So and the only reason I'm bringing this is because everybody talks about how wonderful he is in the field. But the reality is, if you're looking at the numbers don't back that up.
Well, and you want to compare him to Jason Hayward. Now, maybe it's a different thing because he is playing right field, but he's batted 259, 270, 251, 265. And this is the guy that people complained about from, ad nauseum about how horrible he was, changed his number to 4-3. Dansby Swanson is the same thing. Now, Ian Happ had a bad couple of weeks there, struck out half the time, but he seems to be coming out of it, started hitting the ball hard. That's what we need Dansby to do. And we just haven't seen anything from him this year at all. Like Michael Busch, tough month, starts coming out of it. He had actually, of all the Cubs, and we're going to do a little May trivia, month of May trivia. It was not a good month for the Chicago Cubs.
It was not.
No, they lost way too much. Any month with a 10-game losing streak in it is not good.
Any month that you start the month with 8 straight wins to start the month, and at the end of the month, everybody's like, that was a crap month. Wow, that's a crap month.
They only won 5 more games.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I was watching like an idiot.
I know. Apparently, there's a lot of people out there that don't watch the game. I don't think that's the Ranters, but there are people out there that don't watch the games. We watch every goddamn game, unfortunately. Or we look at Fanarchy if we can't actually watch it, or we listen on the radio. But we are 100% into this and watching what's going on.
So, well, speaking of watching, this weekend, we did win the one game. I felt like we really could have won Friday night. The problem is, Shota Imanaga, and we'll get into this, he just can't stop giving up home runs. And it just puts you, we had a 3-run spot in that first game. And I was like, here we go. We're going to sit on the Cardinals freaking faces and wheel around. And that is, and fart uncontrollably.
It is absolutely Pride Month. Your analogies are right there.
So, but then, you give it up right away. And who sticks it up our fucking ass? Who of all people?
Oh, Nelson Velasquez.
Nelly V. And you knew he had just called his ass up.
They called him up for that reason.
Exactly.
They knew. They're like, yes, we need the blood of an angry man to run our devil magic this week. And they knew who to go get.
And then it was more rispy shit. We were 3 for 11, and they were just better than that. Like if we lose 6-5, it felt like you needed to push across a couple runs, and you could have done it, and you just didn't do it because you have a case of I suckitis. Then the offense just comes alive on Saturday. PCA goes 4 for 5. All these dudes hitting home runs. Was that the one where Bush had one? No, Bregman had one yesterday when it didn't matter.
No, only PCA had a home run in that game, I believe. Yeah, okay. Maybe Hap did too, but I think it was just PCA. But they scored 6 and they had 12 hits.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, we saw them kind of coming out of it the last week, but when they, when me and Bleacher Jeff single-handedly ended the Cubs 10 game losing streak at the Battle of Wrigley'sville Dogs, that at that point, I thought the Cubs were going to come out of it and take the 2 of 3 that they needed to take from the St. Louis Cardinals on the road. They couldn't manage it, and now we're 5 games back, and the Cardinals are ahead of us. Everybody's ahead of us except the Reds.
Everybody except for the Reds.
Yeah. So, and then Jordan Wicks, who, by the fucking way, was supposed to be good because he's a first-round pick. And so I don't know what the hell they were looking at when they signed his fucking nerdy ass, but he apparently sucks. And everybody from the freaking Blue Friday trade that we got sucks, and they're not in the majors except for PCA. Everybody, but there's like 12, 13, 15 other guys, and none of them panned out for us. Not a single one. Now I heard Caleb Killian's actually doing so well with another team because of course. And we can't get shit out of Jordan Wicks. First round pick, a lot of promise, can't get anything out of him.
Oh, okay. So you remember a few years ago, there was this thing that hit the planet called COVID, and the Ricketts shit their pants, and they decided, you know what we're going to do? We are going to do the right thing by our fans and our employees and everybody. What we're going to do is we're just going to fire everyone so that we can save money. And they fired so many people in this organization.
Scouts too. Remember, they're using Scout GPT.
That's what I'm saying. They fired scouts. They fired coaches. They fired people in the minor leagues that none of us even know about. And here we are. We're 6 years later. And none of these guys who we expect to be dudes are dudes. Like, they're just not. And you wonder, look, I don't know for sure if that's correlation or if it's causation. What I do know is the Ricketts fired a shit ton of brain power within this organization throughout the minor leagues everywhere. And 6 years later, we have what looks like on paper a good team that is basically a 500 team. And that's just not good enough. And I think that they may have something to do with each other.
Yeah. And I like what Joey says here. Ben Brown is our ace. But like, yeah. And who saw that coming? I mean, we always thought that Ben Brown had talent, and the fact that he's one of those big, lanky, tall guys, like that's always helpful. It gives you a different kind of look. He certainly had high pedigree coming out of the Phillies when we traded for him, and it's nice to see him figuring it out, coming into his own, stretching out, going longer into games. His pitch count was in great shape going into like the 6th inning. He probably could have even stayed in longer.
Yeah. I mean, and I think he added a secondary fastball. Like, that was the problem with Ben Brown. That's what all the stat holes would tell you. Like, he's doing better than he should because he only has 2 pitches. So he added a third pitch. He had a 4-seam fastball. Now he's got a 5-seam fastball, or 5-seam, the 5-finger
Brown.
Yeah. 2-finger Brown as a 5-seam fastball. But
give
yeah, so but he's got this secondary fastball, right? So they can't sit on the 4-seamer all the time. And then apparently he's got like a changeup, I believe. He throws that like 4% of the time or something. But it's enough, along with that extra fastball, to really put him above where he was, because you remember he was actually pretty good when he only technically had 2 pitches.
Well, for me, it's the curveball that his best.
Oh,
pitch.
the curve. That it's not the changeup; it's the curve that they added.
It's
in
the
there,
curve.
Right?
Yeah,
and he throws that like 3%, 4% of the time.
No, he's always had the curve. It's that one that dies. That pitch that just like the bottom falls out of it. It's just like one of those big old fashioned. I haven't seen one of these since the 80s. Like it's one of those.
So like the 12-6.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, exactly. So that's my favorite pitch of his, and he plays the fastball off it. And I think it's just how he's using it, when he's using it. Like that always seemed to be the situation. It's like his pitch selection, and what catcher is he working with, and that probably matters too.
Part of the issue with the pitch selection is when you only had that curve in your 4-seamer, right? Then people could sit on it, right?
Yeah.
And wait for it the second time, third time around. But now that he's got the secondary fastball, it's not doing what the 4-seamer does. His 2-seamer does, moves differently. So you can't sit on one thing. He's just a little bit better because he was already, I think, pretty good. But now that he's got these extra pitches, it's really baffling the hitters a lot more.
On StatCast, they're calling that a sinker, and the
2-seamer is a sinker.
Yeah, and they're calling that uses it about 20% of the time. And I'm looking at the movement of it. It's very similar to the 4-seamer, to be honest, in like the movement of it.
But when you're throwing something,
the
changeup, right? That's what I was saying. He throws it like 3% of the time. 6.6%. Yeah. So just enough that people know it's there. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Sometimes that's, and as he gets better with it, hopefully he throws it a little bit more. But the 4-seamer and the 2-seamer, the sinker and the 4-seamer, those two are enough different that you're going to get bad contact. You know what I mean? So
I can't even tell you how happy I am that Ben Brown's having himself a season, because
it's literally it's probably the difference in like less than an inch or something. You know what I mean? And the guys are swinging and they're like, I got this for a homer, and instead they pound it straight into the ground or straight up in the air or something.
Yeah, usually in the ground. He's got a high ground ball rate going on, which is great for our really good defense. But the other thing about Ben Brown that kind of drives me nuts is that
he has 2 extra fingers that he doesn't even need.
That he doesn't even need them, because if he had 2 less, he'd be a Hall of Famer. But no, the fact is that if all those guys, Cade Horton didn't get hurt, Justin Steele, was supposed to be back by now, Matthew Boyd, I mean, everybody went down. And then even before Ben Brown got the call, they tried Assad, they tried Colin Ray, they tried a lot of, there's probably more names that I'm forgetting in the Wicks, I think he was maybe tried first. I forget who got in there first.
Well, I think Assad also falls into this category with Brown, in that everybody says, well, he's only got 2 pitches, so he's not very good, even though he won a lot of games last year with those 2 pitches. He was actually better than Brown. His 2 pitches were better than Brown's 2 pitches. But now that Brown has more pitches, he's better than Assad.
I don't know.
Assad shows up with an extra pitch.
I've always loved Brown's curveball. I always thought that was an elite pitch because people swing at it and they look like an idiot. And that's my favorite. But the thing, my point being, is that there were about 5 guys ahead of Ben Brown, and that Jed's hands and Ratface's hands, they were forced to use Ben Brown. Well, Ben Brown would not be getting this opportunity to even step up. Like, we might just, if those guys had a 4 ERA and just, muddle it along in their season, not hurt, the Cubs record might be about the same with or without them. Like, I don't know what Cade Horton would have done this year. I don't know what Justin Steele would have been doing at this point. But the fact is, Ben Brown would have been in the bullpen this entire time, or in Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Carter Hawkins literally said to a reporter, words out of his mouth, that they don't like to bring anybody up unless they're forced to. Like,
yeah. So,
like he's talked about that.
And a couple questions here in the chat, and then we're going to do some Cubs May trivia. Take a break.
Well, here, 1 second. I need to give Bill a little bit of breathing here. So when I was talking about Dansby and the -2 total zone and all that shit, Bill says -2 what? Units? Significance? What numbers? And then later he says, now I lost it.
Pitching it's both.
Yeah, it's both. And you need to watch the games. Dansby's still solid. And I 100% agree with Bill. What I'm doing there is Dansby, based on these numbers, I don't know what those numbers are. Bill, you are 100% correct. Those numbers are fucking bullshit. I have no idea. But what I do know is that 1 year he was at a +13 and the next year he's at a -2. So regardless of what the numbers truly mean, I don't know.
Well, I can understand.
But -2 is way worse than 13. But as you say, Bill, Dansby is still solid. He's just not elite. He's not the Gold Glove guy, as you saw in the game yesterday when that fucking ball just ate him up. The one that he turned his head, he got scared of it. He looked like a little kid ducking his head when the ball came at him. I was like, oh my God, no wonder Dansby can't hit the ball. He's scared of it when he's got a glove.
Well, and now I can see why you'd want to bring Dansby back up, because we were talking about pitchers. And he hits like one. He
hits like a pitcher. But no, really. But what I wanted to bring up is because Bill's right. The numbers that I put up there are just kind of bullshit numbers. Like, defensive stats are rough anyway. None of it really, you can't take one number and really make a decision. I was just trying to point out that how we all think he's this amazing defensive guy, and that's why he gets a pass on his hitting.
But maybe it's not as
well. Him
as
against himself has dropped off quite a bit, right?
Well, and my point being, Nico Horner is not probably that big of a drop off from what Dansby gives you, and then you could have an actual second baseman that can hit, because Nico Horner can apparently hit, even though he had a rough month. But we'll get into that too.
Right.
I do want to bring up Andy Wells' comment real quick. Do we think Wicks can turn it around? And maybe on a different team. I mean, the guy's a first-round pick. He obviously has or if he pulls a Ben Brown, and the more chances he gets, he figures out something for himself. I mean, the dude obviously has talent, but we haven't seen it.
No, we haven't. And he's getting beat around. Like, he gets hit a lot. Like, it's really bad. It'll come up when I do the rakes and flakes later.
So are you ready for some Cubs in May trivia? This is all the shitty May that we had trivia.
And yeah, let's see. I saw this in the rundown and I immediately got rid of it because I didn't want to know. I want to truly try and guess these things.
Well, I did not put because I knew that it would be in the rundown, that I actually did not put the answers in the rundown. So I have the answers on a different key.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then everybody knows. Now, I'm being honest. I didn't look because I didn't even know the answers weren't there.
So, all right. This first one is kind of a multiple question here. So it's Ian Happ led the team, surprisingly, even though he had a pretty shitty month, struck out a bunch. But Ian Happ led the team with a paltry 5 home runs in May. That's not a lot. I mean, it's okay. I guess it puts you on pace for 30, right? So it'd be okay. But he led the team with 5 homers in May. 3 players were tied with 4. Who are they?
3 players with 4 home runs. I am going to go with.
Tell us in the chat too.
Yeah. Put it in the chat. That might help me out a little bit too. Okay. I'm going to say Michael Conforto is one of them.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Michael Bush.
Yes.
And there's one more, right?
One more.
One more. Good Lord. They had 4 homers. I mean, PCA only has like 5 or 6 total on the year. So I don't think it's him. Is it him?
It's him. Tarps off.
Oh my God. Like he's only got like 6 this year, right?
I don't know what he's up to, but yeah, Andy Wells had it. Dominic thought it was Saya. No, it was not. Mr. Fourth Row says Swanson. Yeah, in his dreams. Did you not hear what we were just talking about? Dansby Swanson. It's terrible.
You know what's crazy
if he had
though?
4 home runs, those would have been his only hits of the month.
You know what's crazy though is right now Dansby Swanson actually has positive WAR, and I was looking at him like, why the fuck does Dansby Swanson have positive WAR? And it's because he has like 5 home runs or some bullshit. Like that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Like people act like WAR is this like amazing stat. Nah, just hit a couple of fucking home runs, and all of a sudden you're a good baseball player, regardless of anything else you do.
So, second question. There's 9 questions because it's baseball.
Okay, so PCA has 7 home runs total on the year, and he had 4 this month.
I mean, that makes sense. You know, there's only
I guess it's the second month, 3
playing
1
since
month, 4.
March.
Okay,
There's an extra week, so he started a little slow, so he's picking it up.
I actually thought he only had like 5, so I didn't think it was 4 this month, but yeah, 7.
So the White Sox, who actually have a better record than the Chicago Cubs right now, if you can believe that fucking shit, it pisses me the fuck off. But the White Sox led the league in home runs in May with 40 home runs. How many fewer did the Cubs hit?
Okay, White Sox had 40 home runs.
They had 40 home runs
in May, and the Cubs had, well, we know based on what you just said, I know of 17. I know there are 17 home runs at a minimum.
How many more than those home runs did
I'm going to go, but the Cubs had less home runs, right?
They had less home runs than the White Sox.
Fuck, I'm going to go 23.
They had 23 home runs, you say?
Yeah.
You are so close. They had 24 home runs.
Oh, that was close. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's bad that the entire, especially when I knew for a fact about 17 and they only had 7 more than that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
and
garbage.
Mr. Fourth Row had said us having, well, Andy said we had 30 total. It was 24, but Mr. Fourth Row is 9 fewer. So he was saying we had 31 total home runs. That is not because of how many fewer. I phrased it that way to be purposefully misleading and confusing.
Right. Which is why I had to like ask you the question back like 3 times, just make sure I knew where I was going.
So who grounded into the most double plays? This is just which player did that.
The most double plays.
Who grounded into the most?
I'm going to say it's a lefty. I'm going to go. Shit. Ian Happ.
Incorrect.
No? Okay.
Who do you guesses in the chat here?
Okay. Tell me this. Is it a lefty or is it a righty?
Happ. It's a righty.
It's a righty. Okay. So that helps a little bit. Alex Bregman. No. Okay. Interesting.
And it wasn't Dansby Swanson. It's a kind of a surprise answer. That's why I included it. It's Nico Horner.
Ooh.
First of all, like, when is Dansby Swanson on base to even ground into that double play? Like, you know, like, how is there anybody on first?
How is there anybody over there for him to hit into a double play?
Shocking.
That's yeah, and I did think for a second there I was thinking like maybe Michael Bush or something, but I'm like, he's usually up at the top of the lineup. Guys don't get on. Yeah. Okay.
Number 4, what offensive category did the Cubs lead MLB in May?
Oh, walks. Fuck, that's easy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Dude, they are just watching. They are little leaguers out there. It's the most goddamn annoying thing I have ever seen. It used to be there was one or two players that I'd get annoyed. It's like half the damn team now.
Yeah, Dominic had that one correct too. All right. So which Cub walked the most in May then? That is a follow-up question. And question number 5 as well.
It's got to be Ian Happ, right?
Nope.
No, not Ian Happ. Then, yeah, I'm lost. I don't know.
Dominic says Happ is not Happ.
I mean, Swanson, that would be like his entire OBP would just be walks.
It's nope, it's Michael Bush.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Well, you know what? And Michael Bush struggled real hard in April, and he has started to come back around. And that does kind of make sense if he's getting a better eye and like knowing what to lay off, because nobody's going to pitch to you if you suck. they're like, they're just going to keep throwing it near the zone and watch you flail at it.
So then, all right, now here's some pitching questions. Those were all offensive. So the last 4 questions are about pitchers.
They were offensive, Danny. I have to agree.
Yeah, the offense was offensive. All right, Shota had 28.2 innings this month. Five Finger Brown had 27 innings in May. So that's the most of any 2 starting pitchers or any pitchers on the team. What's their difference in ERA in the month of May?
Oh shit. So Shota versus Ben Brown.
Yeah. What's the difference? Like how many? I'll take it within a run, so
right. I will give you, I'm going to go 3.5.
Okay. 3.5 runs.
Yeah.
And let's hear some
people in the chat. We'll give you a minute to catch up, but yeah, I mean, Shota's been bad, but 6.90 by Artie, Mr. Fourth Row.
Dominic says Dominic. 4. Any other answers? Okay, Andy says 3.15. Okay, so $1. Shota has a 7.22 ERA in the month of May, and Brown has a 2. It's 5.22.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very high. This is just May too, so
right, because Shota had actually a pretty good April, but yeah, not so good in May.
Who gave up more homers, Jameson or Shota?
Ooh,
Shota with a few more innings than Jameson. If that changes your answer.
That is tough. That is so
tough.
Because I know that Shota gave up 3 like this week. His last start was 3. So I'm going to go with Jameson. I'm going to go with Tayo.
Okay, you say Tayo. Dominic says Shota. You're both right. It's 10. They both gave up the exact same amount. It was a trick question. They both gave up 10 home runs. That's a lot of home runs.
It is. It is. There are pitchers out there that don't give up 10 home runs in like a year.
Yeah, well, that's a very good pitcher. Then we have
probably a reliever.
Yeah,
to be fair.
So then the Cubs, they did give up the second most home runs in May as a pitching staff with 45. But which team gave up the most home runs? This is what other team gave up them? And I know we don't watch all the games of the other team. I'll narrow it down. It is a National League Central team.
Oh, then it's got to be the Reds. It's got to be the Reds. The only team worse than the Cubs right now is the Reds, and they play baseball in a bandbox. Like, it's one of the greatest home run parks in the league. So it's got to be the Reds.
It's kind of shocking that it's not Colorado, though, right? That because that would have been my guess. It's just like, well, Colorado, the air is thin and everybody hits home runs, and
but the
Reds, bigger.
It's not as much though as people think. I mean, I spent a lot of time out there. You would expect there to be a lot more home runs, but they do deaden the ball with the humidors, and it's really kind of the reason it's like hitter friendly is just because the outfield is actually bigger. And so it's like doubles.
Right.
Lots of doubles out there.
Yeah. Okay. Final question. Which pitcher on the team has this is a bullpen pitcher. Which reliever on the team has the highest strikeouts per 9 out of the pen?
Oh, I'm going Hobie Milner. I'm not even going to think about it. It's got to be Hobie Milner because Craig loves him. Like he sends him out there as much as humanly possible. So he must have the highest strikeouts. Like it just has to be.
Actually, Dominic with the right answer here.
Oh,
Jacob Webb, 12 strikeouts per 9.
And maybe it's because he has 9 innings and Hobie Milner has 45 innings.
46 innings. Yeah, exactly. So I think those were pretty fun. Well, it would be more fun if they were positive stats.
Right.
They have a lot of really great things. I got paltry offense and terrible starting pitching.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of home runs. So, all right. Well, we have to take a break, and we don't have to, but we're going to. But yeah. I would like to invite everybody to please join our Patreon at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. And do we have a Son Ranto silhouette today? Did you do that?
Yes, we do.
We do. All right.
Bring it. Yes, we do. Before I bring it up, I need to find where my clue is for the listeners because I've got that in here somewhere.
Well, I'm getting all these Fanarchy notifications.
Oh, there it is.
By the way, do you know why? Because I follow Billy DeVore now on here, and he is a heavy Fanarchy user.
I follow. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I have not been good at yet is seeing what everybody's posting. I struggle with that. And that's me not figuring out because I'm playing with other things.
Yeah, it's old man with tech is what that is.
Exactly. I'm like, the app, it tells me whether he threw the ball. I want to see that. And then like people are having full conversations and I don't even know what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. Let me find I
feel that way about Discord. Sometimes I open it up and there's a million comments. I'm like, I ain't reading all that. Like, I wish I could just like throw it all in ChatGPT. I'm like, just give me the gist and the really good jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we've got, so this is not a baseball card, unfortunately, because this guy does not have a Cubs baseball card. That's one hint. But there it is. And you notice, sometimes when I do these, weird things happen. Like for some reason, Canva just decided it didn't want to like make the shin guard and the shoes any different. So if you know this guy's shoes, it might give you the idea of who it is.
And he's a lefty.
Yeah, he's hitting lefty here. And the clue is this guy is better than a pinch than if you give him a designated assignment. Better than Justin Turner in just about every way. Those are your clues, and we'll see what you got on the far side of this commercial.
All right, we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The Bleacher Bunch brings you great shows like Son Ranto, Cubs PS Plus, Bricks Behind the Ivy, Cuppa Cubby Blue, and Baseball Rabbit Hole. But you could be getting so much more when you subscribe to our Patreon page for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. Get access to our exclusive daily show Cubs Pod, where we recap every single game. Plus, be the first to hear Cubs music, get early access to events, and receive an invitation to join our Discord Cubs community, where fans just like you show up every day to rant and rave about our beloved boys in blue. Most importantly, 10% of your Patreon pledge will go directly to help the Lost Boys Youth Baseball program. So join us. There are perks at every level, like the Renter Calendar, absolutely free, and name recognition for you or your business. We are independent Cubs podcasters, and we need your support. Otherwise, we'll quit. Seriously, we'll all quit. Some of us might even die from your lack of support. In fact, the cutest little puppy you've ever seen will die if you don't support the Bleacher Bunch at patreon.com/bleacherbunch. We promise to spend all the Patreon money on tickets and beer and all the dumb crap we have to buy just to keep our podcast rolling. So give us your money, and we'll waste it far better than you will. Patreon.com/bleacherbunch. Free trials are available, but don't do a free trial. Just join, okay? Okay. Patreon.com/bleacherbunch.
In the clutch, in the clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Take it from the Bleacher Bunch. You'll love the shirts from In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts are comfortable, stylish, and guaranteed to get you laid. Plus, they're proud sponsors of the Bleacher Bunch. Use promo code BleacherBunch for 10% off your purchase.
Nice to feel and soft to touch. That's why you will get laid so much. Wearing a shirt from In the Clutch. And you can thank the Bleacher Bunch. In the Clutch, in the Clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Remember the code Bleacher Bunch. Save 10% at In the Clutch. In the Clutch. In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts actually not really guaranteed to get you laid.
Hey there, as you can see, I'm a talking penguin. No, I'm not like the Batman kind of penguin or Ron Say or that dumb fuck Happy Feet. No, I'm the spokespenguin for Penguin Imprints, who makes awesome imprinted items with original designs. And they do custom stuff too. Well, check this out. And this. How do you like this, Chicago? And I love this one. And this might sound a little weird coming from a penguin, but fuck ice indeed. Penguin Imprints also makes custom t-shirts and stickers for your event or organization. And because they're sponsors, listeners of the Bleacher Bunch Network can get 20% off any order at penguinimprints.com with the code BleacherBunch. Okay, that's enough about Penguin Imprints. Now I gotta go find that little bitch Happy Feet and put his smirking pink on the other side of his head. I hate that fucker. But man, do I love Penguin Imprints.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there, because I was entrenched in the awesome new baseball fan app called Fanarchy. It's the best way to keep up on Cubs and baseball news, and follow every game live. But what I like best is the game search feature. I can find any game in history by describing it and say I was there. Gabby Hartnett hits a big homer, and there it is. The lineups, the box score. Oh, I can reminisce about being there at the homer and the gloaming. People don't say gloaming about dusk like they used to. Let's try another. Babe Ruth calls his shot and hits a homer at Wrigley Field. And there it is, that Charlie freaking Root. What a bum. Anywho, I love Fanarchy, so I wrote them a song. Get off Facebook, get off X. The Fanarchy app is the best. For all the Cubs baseball news I need, I always use Fanarchy.
Oh, that Cubstradamus.
Okay, Cubstradamus knows that Babe Ruth did not call a shot, right?
He was at the game, so I'm going to take his word for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we actually had quite a few people guessing on this one. Artie started with Bryant, but then he went to Black, and then he went to Black. So I don't know if like he was getting, like his the autocorrect was messing with him or whatever, but he ended on Lopez. So whatever he was trying to type in, that's bad autocorrect. It's really bad if Lopez is what he was going for. Dominic Galoro said Tyler Austin, but then later he said, nope, not Tyler Austin. So I don't know what he learned about Tyler Austin in the meantime, but
It's probably because he's right-handed or something. I don't know.
yeah. And then Andy Wells says Travis Wood. That's a good guess. I like that guess. But there are actually baseball cards for all of those people. That was the big clue. So, Danny, do you have a guess?
I mean, I don't know who there's a baseball card in Nada, but I'll say Mike Tachman.
Michael Conforto.
A modern. Who's that cubby? I like it.
The reason he doesn't have a card is because this is his first year with the team. And so they don't have a card for him yet. So it'll come out next year when he's gone, probably.
Well, they do it all different ways now. There might be a card soon, like
like
all these series and stuff. So
yeah. No, and so the clue, guy is better than a pinch than in a designated assignment because tell me if I'm wrong here, Danny. He doesn't seem to be very good when he gets starts, but he comes in off the bench and he rips. Doesn't it seem like that?
It does. I mean, you're also like seeing more at bats too during a game. So if a guy goes 1 for 4 and hits a double, like it's kind of like the same as if he came in and hit a double at his 1 at bat. It's more exciting if you see just the 1 at bat doing it. You know what I mean? So
that's true. But man, that is a skill set that and we've been talking a lot about Michael Conforto. I think a lot of people have been talking about him. And of course, people like to call me out all the time because I was killing the dude before the season because I didn't want to see him there. And the truth is, he has had a better season than I have expected. But I do believe he's like one of these weird dudes and now it's all going to go to shit. I probably shouldn't say it, but he seems to be one of these weird dudes that comes in pinch hits and he's fucking awesome because like when he's pinch hitting, he's hitting like 1 for 2 for the game. And then when they give him like a couple of starts in a row, he's like 1 for 8.
Yeah. Well, last 2 weeks, he's batting under 100.
Yeah.
So it's already gone to shit.
Well, but he's gotten a lot more starts in the last
starts.
2 weeks.
Exactly. So I was just going to say that. So that kind of bears out what you're talking about.
And that is so weird because for most players, it seems the opposite, right? Like you give them their starts and you give them the time to work, they tend to play better. But Michael Conforto is apparently the dude that just comes off the bench and he's like, oh, what? You want me to do? All right, let's do it. And then he's like, I guess nodding his head and he just rips.
Yeah. Well, I always think of Rusty Staub or somebody like that. Somebody, what was that guy? Daryl Ward. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was the guy for 2007 or 8, I think, and he was always just lefty off the bench guy. And yeah.
But this is the thing. There is a designated hitter in the Hall of Fame, right? I think maybe there's actually 2 of them that are basically DHs for most of their career, like 58%, 60%. There isn't a pinch hitter. There are no pinch hitters. And I'm not saying that Michael Conforto should be the guy. What I am saying is it's made me think recently, like, who should be in the Hall of Fame without a position just as a pinch hitter? Like, that would be a great thing. You know what? That's a baseball rabbit hole for a different season. I have to get through the current season that I'm on, but maybe that's something I got to follow
up. Hitter. Yeah. Dude, when you get down to the bench, we know you're jumping the shark on the show. You're like, who's the best bench coach of all time? You're like, oh God, Michael, no one cares. I have to call you up. You're like, dude, your show's canceled. You run out of ideas. You'd be better off going back over like who's better, Babe Ruth or Hank Aaron or something.
Yeah, you're like we've got 3 sponsors, and all 3 of them said we're not going to sponsor if that show's still there.
If that show's still there, it's like killing our ratings.
This show that comes out once every month, maybe 2, too much.
Yeah, too much. Yeah. David Ortiz, Edgar Martinez, Harold Baines, and Frank Thomas are the ones that, and Frank Thomas, he split his time between first and DH, but Baines played more than half of his careers as a DH.
Yeah, everybody knows Baines shouldn't even be in there. So there's really only 3. And yeah, I guess David Ortiz is absolutely a pinch hitter.
Edgar Martinez.
Well,
he was the first one to go in as
he was
DH.
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Frank Thomas, honestly, he played a lot of first base before he switched to DH.
Right. Because there's a lot of guys that are in the Hall of Fame that had their careers extended by the DH. So they're like, well, he's got no legs. Just let him hit.
Right.
All right. So speaking of people that are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, you have a update being this beginning of the month for our pick'em or schedule pick'em. Who's winning?
Yeah.
I'm losing. I know that much. I looked at your list here, and I'm all the way at the bottom. I got the worst record.
So I went through this.
I'm like the Cubs of this contest.
I went through this, and I'm telling you what a mistake I made coming up with this damn contest and have to like go through and like mark everybody's thing and count them up. It sucks.
I could have told you that before you even started this. I'm like, oh, this isn't going to go well at all.
I will say all of that is frustrating. It does suck, but ultimately, like, it is kind of fun when you see, and I'm only saying that because I'm leading.
You're winning. Yeah, I saw that too. You're winning, and then your son.
So yeah, exactly. Me and Eli are tops in this. So the leaderboard is me, and I'm 2 games ahead of Eli and Yumper. And it says Jumper on here because you cannot write Yumper without it changing it to Jumper for some reason. But yeah, so Eli and Yumper have 31 and 29 records. I have 35 and 25.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's almost like you invented the game and are in charge of the numbers. Wow, weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. No, actually, Yumper and Eli are at 33 and 27. I am at 35 and 25. And then we have Artie and Dom are both at 31 and 29. Everyone else is below 500 except for God, what
Cubs magic number?
Cubs magic number. Yeah, whatever. I can't remember. But yeah, so Jeff is at 22 and 22 because he started late. So he's technically above everybody, even though he's done less games. So we'll see how that works out. But he came in pretty good this week. But yeah, I mean, I jumped ahead this week, 18 and 11. It was wild.
You had the opposite month of the Cubs.
Yeah, I did. Well, and I will say when I'm going through these,
them to lose a lot is what you did. You picked them to lose all in May, and they lost, and you won. That's what happened.
No, and what was amazing is I'm going through and I'm looking at everybody's score sheets and stuff, and I'm just like, so many people have a good month, but then they literally do the opposite in like 2 series. Like it's a loss, win, and they have a win, loss. And do it for 2 series. And then all of a sudden their whole month is shit.
This is why I don't gamble.
Yeah. And Danny is bringing up the rear. Him and Bill Sugas are,
sounds like us.
Yeah. You guys are hanging out there, but it's only 28 and 32. So in all reality, you're 7 games behind me at 35. So it's not like this is we're just playing below our Pythag. That's all. Yeah. I mean, when numbers don't mean anything, you may as well just fucking guess like we're doing right now.
This is pretty much the roulette wheel. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and we're also doing rakes, flakes, throws and blows. Now, is this for the whole month or is this for the week? Or
no, this is just last week. Week. If you would have hit me up earlier and done the month, I could have done the month, but I was not. I was just trying to get shit done. Well, to make it even more confusing, the numbers that I screenshotted are for the last 2 weeks. So you're going to tell us about the who sucked this week or who was good this week. And that's going to be different than your 2 weeks
and my 2 weeks
and different than the month.
Maybe not. It'd be interesting to see.
I did Cubs pod this morning. And then Danny wanted to go at 5. And so I spent like all this time, like in between my work, trying to get this other stuff done. And then Danny's like, let's go at 7.
Let's go 7. I just wanted to keep you on your toes, Michael.
Yeah. He's like, let's go at 7. And then Lyle can join.
Yeah. And of course he's here. So the ghost of Lyle. Well, Lyle just sent us a picture of a porch that he's working on. He's like, I'm not leaving till I get this demolished. So I guess.
And I have to say, I am so jealous that Lyle is so far away because I have a front porch that really needs to be demolished so I can put a new porch out there. And he seems to be doing this. So I know somebody that knows how to do it, and he's a long fucking way away.
Yeah.
So that's frustrating.
All right.
All right, let's do this. Run the video, Danny.
And now,
I'm going to show you how to rake.
I'm going to show you how to rake.
That's not how to rake.
It is not. This is amazing to me. Ian Happ makes the rakes for the second time this season. And I honestly, I was thinking about it. I don't know if Ian Happ has been in the rakes twice in one season. Like, since we've been doing this, I don't know that he's ever come up twice. I'm sure he's popped in once, but man, Ian Happ just generally doesn't show up because in each week, guys generally do a little bit better than him. But this week, he has hit 3 homers. Danny said he had 5 for the month. 3 of them were in the last 6 games. So he's getting hot, but he was really cold before. He has an 1143 OPS in the last 6 games. He's hitting 357 in that time frame, which is amazing because, God, he just looks overmatched out there. But he's got 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah, look at this. Over the last 2 weeks, he's only got 2 walks.
I don't even know
who is this guy.
Up is down, dogs are playing with cats. It's crazy. The most impressive thing for me, honestly, in the last week is the 11 RBI that he has in 28 at bats. That is really good. Michael Busch has the second most RBI, and it's only 5.
Yeah. Well,
so like the Cubs have been bad and they're not winning a lot, but when they're winning, man, Ian Happ is driving in those runs. So good on him. Got to give him props, even though you will never hear me say that I think Ian Happ is like a great ball player. He's a good ball player. That's it. He's good. But
let's hear
this week he was exceptional.
Let's hear who's a bad ball player.
I haven't worried about flakes since my grunge days. Remember them?
So
why the Latin hordes at the end? I'll never know. I'll never know.
Well, because he was getting ready. He was about to go out. He's the closer. The Latin horns that's his walkout music.
Walkout music, yeah.
Surprisingly, the flakes this week is Nico Horner. He's hitting. Number one, it's a surprise that it's Nico Horner. Number 2, it's a surprise that 241. That's his batting average, and that's as bad as it is. Like, I seriously thought a lot of these guys were going to be below 200 for this week, but no, everybody with like at least 20 some at bats is hitting better than Nico Horner this week, and he's at 241. He's got 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. But literally every single hit has been a single. So he gets 0 boosts for power, and that puts him at the bottom of the list in OPS out of any of the guys that are actually starters.
Well, and he has been failing with runners on, and those 4 double plays, he leads the league in leads May in double plays anyway.
Well, and I talked about it on the Cubs pod today. I don't know what they're doing with their lineup. for a little while there, they were leaving it as it was, but then they started to suck. So they did need to change it. And then they went to PCA at the top for like 7 games. And just when PCA had his best game at the leadoff, 4 for 5,
They took him out. Yeah.
they moved him to the second spot and put Nico Horner up there. And
Yeah, but you know why.
Now the most important thing in baseball is the hand you wipe your butt with.
That is
God.
why.
it is why. And
He had to bat
talked about it.
second instead of first because the pitcher had wiped his butt with his left hand and not his right hand. So he had to wait one more batter.
Yeah, one batter. Like they wanted to switch it. Well,
Then what happened? They lost. They lost.
They
the
lost.
game.
They also moved Michael Bush out of the 3 spot down to the 7 spot.
Yeah.
For
Even
no reason.
though
Like,
he's taking shit tons of walks and
yeah, I mean, it was seriously like, if you're not listening to the Cubs pod, listen. I mean, it's me every third day, Danny every third day, Waller every third day, and all 3 of us have different takes on this stuff. And I listen to every single one of them that's not me because I did mine. So I know what I said, but I listened to Danny and Mike, and it's honestly between the 3 of us, I think we're covering all the aspects of this team that you can cover and actually really know what's going on. So
I listened to Cubs pod to prepare to do this show. Like,
right.
and I'm like, what happened this week? Oh, I know. I'll just like binge listen Cubs pod on a walk.
And if anybody's on YouTube and they're watching this and they're like, these guys never actually talk about the games,
we do,
it's because we talk about the games every single day. It's called a podcast.
By the way, I'm not insulting you guys. You watched the games. We don't need to tell you what happened in the games. You already know. You watched.
Oh yeah, I covered the first inning. I did 25 minutes. I only did 1 inning, and then I quit.
It's really all you need. So we're at Flakes, aren't we?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, wait. We're at Throws.
No, we're at Blows.
Throws.
Throw 'em up, son. Throw 'em up. Yeah. Throw 'em up, son. Throw 'em up.
Oh my God. He needs to wear that for Halloween.
Well, it's weird because every time I see it, I always think he looks like Nathan Snead. It's like somehow AI made Chris Salato look like Nathan Snead. I don't know how. Yeah.
We need to do this year. We need to do like trunk or treat, and everybody just dresses in one of the 4 costumes that Chris wears. Okay, so Ben Brown is the thrower this week. 7 innings pitched. He only gave up 1 run on 3 hits and 1 walk while striking out 6. In the bullpen, this may be a little bit surprising. Trent Thornton is who I'm going with. He appeared in 2 games. He has 4 innings pitched. He went 2 innings both times. He's only given up 1 hit and 1 walk. He also only struck out 1, but it doesn't matter because he gave up no runs. Like, that's how you get the 0 ERA. And it doesn't matter how you get there. Just get there. Get your 0 ERA. And whatever he is doing, just keep doing that. That's all I want to see is zeros thrown up on the runs. And I don't care about anything else. Trent Thornton.
Trent Thornton, who would have thunk?
He is the most nondescript human I've ever seen.
Well, he looks like Jordan Wicks.
He looks like an amalgamation of relief pitchers that have glasses. There's like 8 guys that he could look like. But I also do want to give a shout out to Shota Imanaga because he has 70 innings this year, 69 strikeouts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so even though he's
nice
also
thing
got
about him.
69 homers.
Yeah.
He's got 69 strikeouts.
So
Let's
All
go to
right.
the blows here.
Okay. As soon as I find it, I will go to it. Oh, here we go.
Just put your lips together and blow.
Dramatic.
All right. Well, the Jordan Wicks experiment is probably over. He started 2 games this week and only made it through 6.1 innings total. He gave up 11 runs on 13 hits. And here's the worst part. Only one of those 13 hits was a homer. It was a 2-run shot.
Yeah, he was giving out singles yesterday. They were just taking everything the other way.
Yeah. He struck out 6. He walked 1, and he gave up 11 runs. 9 of those on just singles and doubles, like just running him out of the park for 2 different games. His whip is 2.21, and his average against is Ted Williams. It's 406. It's literally Ted Williams, and his ERA is practicing for a driver's test next month. That's how high that is.
And, he's had a 444 earned run average at Iowa. His whip was 1.557 at Iowa, which is, 12 walks in 26 innings. So that's not good either. But really what pisses me off about it is that he's a first-round pick. He was picked 21st overall in the 2021 draft. So
we really should be making late round picks better, not making first round picks worse. I think that's the key. That's an obvious shirt right there. Make late round picks better. Don't make first round picks worse. And then
looking who went after so far, who we could have gotten: Colson Montgomery, the shortstop from the White Sox. Could have got him.
Yeah.
Instead, we got Dansby Swanson. Gavin Williams for the Indians, which they were at the time. Then somebody I haven't heard of from the Braves. Max Muncy from the A's. That's got to be a different Max Muncy, right?
Oh, no, that's fucking Max Muncy. Okay, so we've got guys out there, right? And they on the Cardinals. It says Scott 2 on his jersey. We've got guys on the Braves. I swear every other guy has a junior, a 2, a senior, a 3rd, whatever the fuck. They've got all these different, or they've got their initials, all this stuff. And then we have 2 Max Muncies in this fucking league.
How?
And they don't differentiate themselves at all. Max Muncy is not a real name. Max Muncy makes me think, do you remember that 1980s movie where the grandpa comes back and teaches the kid how to play baseball? Do you know what I'm talking about? The Return of Max something. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember. That's all I ever think about every time I see Max Muncy.
Yeah, well,
the Return of Max Dugan.
Oh,
Look it up, people. It's like a bad schmaltzy like TV movie, but like literally the dude, he's like a gambler and he's like a deadbeat dad, and he comes back and he meets his grandson and he teaches him how to hit by wiggling his ass, because that's the kind of shit you did in the 80s. And it's called The Return of Max Dugan. that's all I think about every time I see Max Muncy on the field.
well, here's some more people that got drafted after our guy Wicks. Also Jackson Merrill from the Padres.
Well, he's no good.
No good. Oh, you're being
Yes, I'm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Abbott, the lefty pitcher from the Reds. I'm looking at just names that are.
It's not fair to call him a lefty pitcher when he only has one arm.
No, that's Jim Abbott.
Oh, my bad. Different Abbott. My bad.
And then Bubba
Maybe
Chandler.
he should be Andrew Abbott the second.
How about this? Now, he's not having the best year of all, and maybe it'd be very similar to Jordan Wicks, but Bubba Chandler from the Pirates went in the 3rd round that year. I know it's hard to know how these guys are going to turn out 5 years later, but it just seems like the Cubs kind of swing and miss quite a bit.
I'm 100% on board with skipping anybody named Bubba. I don't care what the fucking context is. If his name's Bubba, just fucking now.
How about if his real name's Bubba? And it's not just a nickname. And
you know who else you pass on? Booger. A person named Booger. You pass on that fucker as well.
Unless they're an announcer, then you love them. They're a beloved big teddy bear that loves shoes.
Yeah. Here's the last thing. I know I'm doorknobbing this bullshit with the blows, but I did want to point out how bad Jordan Wicks has been. He's given up 1 home run. He's given up 11 runs. Shota Imanaga gave up 3 home runs in 1 game. He only gave up 5 runs. Like, that is amazing. You give up 3 times the amount of home runs, and you give up half the runs.
Well, now I see why they picked him first. Then he just doesn't give up the long ball.
Yeah, he's a ground ball specialist.
Exactly. Right through the hole.
Yeah, and then of course the obligatory blows goes to Craig Counsell, rat face. You fucking suck. It could go to a few guys, but I'm giving it to rat face because Hobie Milner is actually on the list of guys it could go to, but I'm not giving it to Hobie because Hobie's fucking kicking ass. It's not his fault. He has pitched 26 times in the first 60 games of this season. That's a little too much.
Yeah, well, it was pretty amazing that Eric Wheeler, when we talked to him, was like, "Oh, is he using them every day?" Like he remembered how his old Rubberman Hobie. So being that it is the 150th year since the Chicago Cubs came into the existence as the Chicago White Stockings, we're just going to have a nice little brief 150 years ago segment.
This is a celebration of our favorite team.
150 years ago.
Don't you feel like you joined a cult after you see that?
Yeah. You remember when we were talking about the lonely young man epidemic?
Yeah, there he is. That guy needs to take his shirt off.
Fucking commercial for that.
Yeah, that guy needs to take his shirt off and wave it around and be with other men. So and do the grapevine with Pete Hegseth. Did you see that?
Oh, fuck.
Pete Hegseth. I'm like, I've done that grapevine before. Do you know when? Jazz class at musical theater school.
The only grapevine I know is, when they're like, when I was wrestling, they're like, yeah, you're shitty on your feet. Do the grapevine back and forth for an hour so that you don't trip over yourself anymore.
Try not pinning yourself too.
Yeah. Try not falling on your back, asshole.
So now you probably already know this, Michael, because you do the baseball history show. But there was a team called the Philadelphia A's that have nothing to do with the Athletics that are coming to town. It's a different team. In fact, the team,
right.
The city of Philadelphia, they just kept using that name for a while.
It was a great name. The original went away, and then a different organization popped up, and they're like, you know what's awesome? Athletics.
We're going with it. And now they can't find a place to be. They're in
and
West Sacramento.
The other thing they can't do is copyright the word athletics.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is from a guy who wrote a musical called The Game, too. Like, they're talking about something that you can't copyright.
Yeah, maybe, you might want to think about that before you actually release it to the world. Maybe it's the Peanut Game, the Popcorn Game,
there's the Pajama Game. That's the old Broadway musical.
I like the Pajama Game, and baseball players are known for basically wearing pajamas
on airplanes.
Yeah.
So before there were airplanes in 1876, though, the Cubs or the White Stockings, they beat those Philadelphia A's that are not the same as the A's that are coming to town 18-10 right here in Chicago. And eventually I'm going to go into like where the Cubs or the White Stockings played their games back in 1876. But this happened in Chicago, 18-10 or 18-10 victory. And the Philadelphia A's were actually kicked out of the league that year. They weren't the only team. And the reason why, because they would not take a West Coast road trip at the end of the year. They wouldn't get on the train, and they wouldn't come to Chicago probably because they got their asses beat and 18-10 on June 1st, 1876.
Danny,
do you know more of that story?
I need you to take a moment. Tell the people what the West Coast road trip was.
Oh, that's coming to Chicago.
Yeah,
no, that's coming to Chicago pretty much. That is
Chicago, St. Louis. It was Chicago, St. Louis, and I think Louisville. Maybe that's the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The coast apparently referred to the Mississippi River. Like, I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, they were in so the Cubs were in the Western Division, or the White Stockings were in the Western Division. And this goes into like the Negro Leagues as well. They had the East-West game. All the West teams were along the Mississippi. They were the Midwest.
Right.
Yeah, but
no
yeah, so the West Coast swing that they didn't want, they're like, we'll go to New York and play the three teams there. We'll go to Baltimore. We'll go to all these places that are like 20 minutes away from us, but we're not going all the way to Chicago or Detroit.
Yeah,
like,
we'll go play the Hartford Dark Blues, but we're not playing those White Stockings.
Hartford Dark Blues, because back then, man, they had great names. The most unimaginative fucking people that you've ever imagined.
It's all about socks, baby.
The White Stockings, the Dark Blues. Yeah. The Athletics. The Athletics, amazingly, is one of the more like inventive names of the time.
Yeah, it is. Like, well, what are you? Well, we're athletic. Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
Oh,
well,
hoy.
I'm going to cheer for you because you seem so much better than those people wearing the white socks over there, or the blue socks, or the red socks, or the green socks, the gray socks. Like,
if you blink,
name the socks. I'm cheering for the Athletics.
It's because they're wearing athletic supporters. They invented it, but
right, they invented it.
And those very Athletics are coming to Wrigley Field starting tomorrow. They're pretty much in the same boat as the Cubs have been. They're 3-7 in their last 10, just like us. They were 13-17 in May, just like us. They have a negative 34 run differential, which is not like us.
We have a plus. I think we have a plus 31.
Yeah,
run differential.
So we are better than them on paper.
There are people out there who tell you that we're twice as good as them.
Oh, well,
double.
They were in first place at the beginning of, I think of as maybe as recently as last week or the week before they were in first place, but that has.
Are we talking about the Athletics or are we talking about the Cubs?
The Athletics. Both teams,
but also the Cubs
were in first place, and they are currently both not in first place. Although the A's are in second and we're in fourth. They are, however, they do have a winning record away from West Sacramento. So they are 17-14 on the road. They do a little bit better on the road. But we're this is sad to me. We're neck and neck with them in so many categories offensively. And this is the A's we're talking about, right? I mean, nobody was picking them like they're picking the Cubs. And so we are neck and neck with them in OPS. We're 9th and 10th. We're 13th and 15th in homers.
And by the way, these are real numbers. These are not expected stats. These are not like
this is what's actually happening.
Yeah, these are not math problems that are now put together to identify certain things. No, Danny's talking about real fucking numbers, and it's not good.
we walk more than them, of course, but they're not that bad in walks. They're like ninth, and they strike out the same amount as us. They don't really steal either. We don't really steal that much. We just have a few more, but we have scored 62 more total runs than them. So
that's almost double, right? Minus 34 to minus 31. I think the Cubs are
twice as good as them. So their pitching, their team ERA is about a third of a run higher, 4.48 to 4.19. But both teams are in the bottom of half of the league. Our bullpen is a run better, so that's good. And everything
and also
about
amazing
their bullpen is average.
Yeah, it's also amazing that our bullpen is a run better than anyone else.
And they have the aforementioned Max Muncy, the other one,
the other Max,
the new
Muncy.
one. They should call him New Max and Old Max.
One of them should have O Muncy, and one should have N Muncy, and it should be for Old Muncy and New Muncy.
And they're both in California, so just to make it even more confusing, although they're about a third of the teams are in California. Our old friend Mark Leiter Jr. is on this team. Speaking of juniors, even though nobody knows his dad, they only know
nobody's ever uncle. Met Mark Leiter.
Yeah, they only know Al. Anyway, so
right, and that's his uncle, right? Mark Leiter Senior is like, I fucking hate the world. He's one of these dudes on the internet saying how lonely he is because he's like, my brother is the only one anybody ever talks about. My brother, my son.
He needs to take his tarp off, and then he'll be fine.
Maybe he needs to dig his head into the couch and put his crack out there and rally a team to win.
Well, hopefully our team, because he's rooting for the other team now. They both the Cubs and A's have committed fewer errors than league average. But in fact, the A's are fourth best in not committing errors. But they are under league average the defensive efficiency ratios, and the Cubs are the fourth best. So it shows what errors know. And but they do throw out more runners than we do.
Yeah,
25% to our 21%, which is just under league average. So
yeah. No, Artie has a great comment over here. Max Classic.
There you go. That's the original. That's the Dodgers one, right?
We can have a new Max and a Max Classic.
And then so tomorrow night, it is June 2nd. It's everybody's birthday, by the way, tomorrow. It's my niece Kiara. It is Chad Smeets. It is Evan Altman's birthday, and it is Coach Darrell's birthday. So there's 4 big birthdays tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see a couple of those guys in the bleachers tomorrow. I'm going to pick myself up a bleacher ticket and go watch a ball game.
You know what? That's awesome. I also, since you're doing shout outs right now, I'm going to shout out my nephew who has been living in my garage. There's actually an apartment there. It's not just the garage, but he's been living out there for a couple of years. He just graduated from college. So awesome. But even more impressive, got a job offer this week. He will be heading north to Wisconsin. There's no way he is ever going to see this or hear this because he gives a shit about baseball. But I did want to give, a shout out to my nephew for honestly just kicking ass in school and getting a fucking job.
Yeah.
At 22, he graduated on fucking Sunday. And last Sunday. So it's been 8 days. And this dude has a job and is moving to another state to fucking be an adult. That's awesome. And on the flip side of
you
that,
don't see him with his tarp off.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have to take his tarp off because he's got friends. He's got a job. He's got an education. You want to fucking be awesome? Be like my nephew Bailey and fucking go out there and just kick ass and get a job and do all
Are
the
you
good
telling the
things.
ranters to get jobs? You know that this
I
is
am.
not. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They don't need jobs. They're incapable of doing things.
And that's a lot of bullshit, especially since I spent 10 years without a fucking job. All I was doing was this job, like this show. But I did also want to say at the exact same time that my nephew got his first job and graduated, my sister she's a few years older than me. She's got her dream job and she will be starting tomorrow. And that is awesome. She may actually see this because sometimes she watches or listens, but it's amazing. Like the two of them together, it's like maybe the greatest mother-son weekend of all time, that they both got jobs and they're both like getting these great things happening this weekend. And I just want to say great job to both of them. I'm so excited for both of them.
And I'm just here shouting out people who just got born. They didn't even do it. Like their moms did it. And like they didn't do anything. And I'm just like, hey, you got born this day.
To
These
be
people are
fair,
actually working hard.
everyone got born. They got born.
Who didn't get born? Some people. It seems like they didn't get born.
Who didn't get born?
Yeah. So I'll tell you another guy that got born. Gage Jump. What a name. He's 0-1 with a 720. He's had 5 innings pitched.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I thought that was actually a ranter that I just didn't know.
Nope. It's a pitcher for the A's tomorrow.
Gage Jump.
Gage Jump. He was overall pick number 73 in the draft in 2024. I didn't know you could do that. Just have a guy on your team that you just got. I wasn't aware that was possible.
Do you think he changed his name once he got to be a baseball player?
I don't think so. Gage Jump. I just think they just name people cool shit sometimes. And
you know what? It's these fucking younger X generation like us naming their kids awesome names.
That's it. Well, except for people naming everybody Max. That's why you got Max Muncy.
Well, the Max Classic is so old that I think somebody named their child after him, and they're now playing in the league at the same time.
So then Jamison Tyone is going to go for the Cubbies, and he's got a 5.37 ERA. That's not good. So Gage Jump is a lefty, so you're going to see that like maybe righty-ish lineup with like PCA batting second. And then lefty Jeffrey Springs. So you got Jump and then Springs. So they got all them good names.
The shit's bouncing out there in West Sac.
He's in the West Sac. He's 3-6 with a 407.
That's our new shirt, West Sac.
I don't know who's going to buy that one. Colin Ray is going to go for the Cubs, so that's not good for us either because he hasn't been great. He's got a 4.70 ERA, but he's capable of things sometimes.
I will say Colin Ray has been pretty good most of the time. I will say May has been ugly, right? And I think, didn't Colin Ray actually have a good outing the last time, but the offense couldn't do shit for him?
That happens to him from time to time. I mean, but the fact of the matter is we could do better than Colin Ray. And he's been asked to do a lot on this team, and he's doing it. And then Tittles, Barron, Dingleberry going for the A's on Thursday against somebody way worse than that guy. And that's our lefty, Imanaga, who's 4-6 with a 4.37. So the incredible climbing ERA, and hopefully he can keep it in the park.
Okay, but there has been rumors that we're gonna get shit, and now I'm
Tariq Skubal.
No,
yeah, I've seen that rumor a lot.
Yeah, no, our injured fucking pitcher. That
Boyd. Yeah, Boyd's coming
Matt
back.
Boyd. Fuck, I'm like Matt. What's his last name? This is what happens late in the show after I've had 4 beers.
I know it. As a non-drinker, I'm just like, got to wrap it up. Michael's starting to go.
Damn it.
You get that look in your eye. You're like, hold on a second. Let me just talk about something that I had an idea for 7 years ago.
Exactly.
Like, God,
yeah, my bad. But Matt Boyd is supposed to be coming back. So do we think maybe we get a pushback on Imanaga? Maybe a day?
No.
No.
He's already announced. I mean, he's already announced they wouldn't do it at this point. They wouldn't do it to him. They'd TBD it, and then we'd be guessing. But maybe we see him this weekend. I saw that he is in rehab.
Maybe,
so see how he bounces back from starting.
Well, I heard he was getting called up like tomorrow. I just don't know why you would call him up. Why do you burn a fucking spot on your 26 man for a pitcher that won't pitch for another 4 or 5 days? That's why I was wondering if maybe he was going to get in.
You would wonder. Maybe now it's just going to be Friday or whatever. But
yeah, when we see the San Francisco Giants, because we're going to see both Bay Area teams this week.
I mean, it probably has to do who Craig GPT spits out of his little Ricketts proprietary AI baseball machine that says what they should do. Because I don't want to give away what Cubstradamus is going to tell us in just a second, but the Giants are coming to town next, and maybe Boyd matches up better against them. I don't know. And there is
a giant smell, so it's not surprising that he's going to talk about the Giants. Dominic says Matt Boyd is not officially on the roster, but will probably pitch Friday or Saturday. So he's been called to Chicago, but not called to the Cubs.
Right.
So
he's just hanging out, playing with his kids. What could go wrong?
Right. He's going to be out on Gallagher Way, just playing with his kids.
Playing
probably
Legos.
blow his fucking knee.
Yeah. So a couple of announcements. I just want to thank everybody for who's donated to the game so far. The musical that I'm producing. We're super close in booking a theater right now, which I'm super excited about. It's going to cost everything that's been donated and then some. So if you got extra couple of bucks, this is going to be an ongoing campaign. And in addition to it, this campaign, we're going to do John Baker Day online this year on July 30th, which is a Thursday night. John's going to come by. So is his brother, Will. And one of the things I need to get money for is to pay John's brother to do the orchestration. John's brother's been helping me this whole time for free. I write him, I send him the trombone parts. I write it, and I'm like, is this possible to do on an actual trombone? Because the keyboard can do things trombones can't.
Right.
And so he lets me know this is going to take 2 trombones to be able to do this. And I said, okay, I understand. And so basically I need him as a consultant. I've written these parts. And I need John's brother to come help us out here. And anyway, I'm going to try to, on John Baker Day, the 30th, we're going to be trying to raise money to pay Will to do that, So it's a very specific fundraising event. And I'm going to look into doing a like a hat or something. It's the 10-year anniversary. So I think we should do something kind of special for it. It's a 10-year anniversary of John Baker Day. I think we should do some sort of kind of special fundraising.
So, and you're talking July 30th?
July 30th. Thursday, July 30th.
Thursday. Why are we doing Thursday? That seems,
because we always do Thursday.
Well,
no, it's online.
I get it, but I was like, we could do August 1st. We could do a 24-hour fucking
No, we can't.
No,
we're doing July 30th because it's already booked. It's already it's already
He's like, there's no way in hell we're doing 24 hours.
No. And well, I do have some ideas in that realm of doing like an all-night thing, but I didn't want to step on Brett Taylor's thing because he goes 24 hours in his blogathon at that exact same time over the trade, because that's a trade deadline. So
maybe we should go on his bullshit when he's doing his, and we'll talk about.
I do.
This.
I always do. I get there in the middle of the night and start talking to Brett Taylor. That's not on internet though. That's on line. That's just typing. So anyway, we're going to do that. I'm looking for, if you have any memorabilia that you'd be wishing to maybe get rid of and donate, that I could use to do a raffle. If Crawley's going to be helping out with like razzes and raffles. So that's one of the ways we're going to try to raise money that night. So but if you have anything you could donate, a piece of memorabilia that you could think might be worth even a little bit of money or would be just fun to give away, it's just a goofy prize, then please contact me, sunranto@gmail.com.
If anybody's interested in bidding, I will come to your house and do the tarps off. I will stand outside your house.
We're trying to raise money
for
here.
3 hours, just swinging my shirt over my head. And if you throw me a ball, I'll throw it back to you left-handed. It'll probably hit you because you're a Cubs fan.
Exactly. That's how that works. I'm sharing a link in the chat, and that is because the Lost Boys are actually on this month on June 27th. There's a bunch of numbers and letters in it too, but if you look this up or if you want to go, it's on June 27th, the same day I'm singing the national anthem with my sister at South Bend Cubs. That very same day, the Lost Boys, the White Sox are throwing Lost Boys night. So any tickets that are purchased through the link that I just shared are going to be with the Lost Boys, and the proceeds of that are going to the Lost Boys. So if you'd like to go to that and go hang out with those guys, that is the night to do it. June 27th. Levante and the crew, you buy your tickets through that link and you can hang out with them and the proceeds go to them. July 18th, Crawley's birthday, Bleacher Barbecue. Be there, be square. If the Cubs keep losing, those tickets will be affordable. And September 19th in Cincinnati. Just keep that date on your calendar because we're gonna go. Oh God. Do you smell that? Oh.
I drink tequila when I'm in Jalisco. My favorite lube is Crisco. After West Sacramento, this homestand crescendos with 3 rainouts with San Francisco. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Did an umbrella just come out of his ass?
Look.
You lost it when he said my favorite lube is Crisco. So Michael just disappear.
I don't know what happened after that. God damn it. That was just wrong. It was wrong on so many levels. Holy shit. Yes. My favorite lube is Crisco.
That stands to reason he needs some heavy lubrication. Guy's got like a Brillo pad crotch. Speaking of groceries, so we got a couple TFCs here. I'll start as Michael gets his shit back together.
God damn it.
First of all, I've got to shout out White Sox Dave, who really could not handle the giant L he took along with Barstool and all the White Sox fans that came to the 8 of the pedo, plus the loser freaking Cubs fan who also ended up looking like an idiot. Like me and Jeff, like really we're in one of those kung fu movies where like one guy just takes down like 50 dudes. That was me and Jeff. Okay. And we are
you're Bruce Leroy and your hands are yellow, baby.
Exactly. And we are so rent free in all these guys' heads right now. It's insane. Like, and of course, every single thing that they say about me and Jeff is completely homophobic, but I really did love this.
Happy Pride Month.
Exactly. But I did enjoy this one that somebody did. Like they're taking time. They're taking time. I love it. We're the anonymously gay superheroes. Is that what they're called? Not anonymously. What were they? Ambiguously
Ambiguously gay superheroes. Yes. Yeah. That is amazing. The thing is, You with that mask. Like, yes, I see Jeff and he's got sunglasses on and his hat. Like, that's Jeff. You do not look like you. You look like
I could not tell that was me at first. No, that does not look like me. But
it's amazing.
Jeff commented on this. He's like, I wish we looked like that. and like it just completely ruined the guy's like, oh, they're gonna be mad. We're gonna do some gay shit with them. And you know, it's like
that,
no, bro,
that's actually really true. Put that back up. Put that back
like,
up
look,
because
I'm like filling out my banana hammock there. Pretty good.
Both of these men did not skip leg day. Great chests. Looking good, the lats, the arms. Those are very strong men with
huge dogs,
ginormous dogs.
Yeah, we look great. I've even got a really straight pointer finger.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, nobody points like you. And
So-
I have to say, somebody fucked up because this is wonderful. I would love for somebody to put me in there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, I'm bringing this on the show. But but this all was connected to this post of White Sox Dave, because when he heard the song that I put out about him, he tweeted out, I will give more credit where credit is due. This is an absolute banger of a jam. That said, I can't tell if Son Ranto is some weird lapdog for Bleacher Jeff or if he's actually funny. Someone let me know. And I tweeted back to him, Google is free. It's like, I was like, first of all, fuck you, weird lapdog. And then he wants me to be nice to him. And I'm like, bro, you are worth more to me as my enemy than my friend. So that's how we're going to keep this. You know, I mean, fuck White Sox Dave. And then I get sent to me this, we've ruined White Sox Dave's life because he's, you know, because this is the next day, right? So he's coming out, he's like trying to relitigate it, trying to get me mad, trying to get it all like to be brought back up. So maybe he can somehow end up not losing the battle.
Right. And you're standing there pointing at him.
Yeah. I'm pointing. I'm like, no, dude.
Like, I got a huge penis and you suck.
Yeah, and you suck. And I look good in spandex and you don't. So then that dude on Sunday night goes on that sports, what's it called? Sports Connection? I forget. With Josh Friedman and Walter Payton's son's on there. Jared.
Oh, okay.
Fucking White Sox Dave was fucking hammered on that show. And he didn't make any sense. And he called Jared Payton Walter Payton.
Oh my!
And I was like, it's like, dude, me and Jeff have sent White Sox Dave down a wayward spiral that I can't wait to see where it ends up. Like, I don't know. Like, I might actually, if this dude ends up dead, I might have to end up taking some personal responsibility for sending him down this path by destroying him so much that he's going drunk on shows with Walter Payton's son and calling him his dead father's name.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that you can be like me and just get drunk during the show while you're talking about the team you like versus, I don't know, just misnaming people for no reason.
Just a terrible showing from that guy. I don't know. I hope he gets the help he needs. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. I love this one. Found this on Reddit. This has, well, let's just see if you know who we're talking about. This dude writes, this is Hold My Diamond Hand. Who am I? I am a quote unquote gold glove outfielder, quote unquote, that regularly misses easy pop-ups without touching the ball, so it did not count as an error against me. I also like to strike out when anyone is on base. And then Wub Z50, I guess, says, you are someone who does not like Ian Happ, LLL. And Direct Giraffe says, and has never played the game. And this is when Hold My Diamond Hand comes back into the conversation. You're the ultimate fan. You love everybody because they're better than you at baseball. Cool story. And I fucking love the idea that like all of us like are just like, oh yeah, you're better than me at baseball, so you're awesome. Like we just have to be fans.
Yeah. All right, and here's this one comes from Brett Taylor's Twitter, who retweeted Phil Mushnick, who I believe is a New York Post reporter. Anyway, Phil Mushnick is the ultimate grumpy old man. This is who Michael Cotton is going to end up being.
His literal name is Mushnick.
Yeah.
Like if I were to say you're a Mushnick,
I would know what
no one would question what it is that I'm calling you.
So Phil Mushnick's and I really should go back and if you don't know the incident, maybe you'll know what it's about when I finish Phil Mushnick's headline, who said pitchers' crotch chopping antics are exactly the vulgarities Rob Manfred has courted. Brett Taylor just said, okay.
Yeah. No, and the reason Brett said okay is because just like me, you start when you're reading that like, oh, this is just an old man who's just fucking annoyed and whatever. But then he says Rob Manfred is court, and you're like, wait, he's against Rob? So am I. I'm against Rob Manfred. But what? And then you get really confused as to where you should be with Phil Mushnick.
Yeah, well, exactly. Because I'm like, am I going to have to take the side of Rob Manfred when I read this article? Because I don't think I like you, Phil Mushnick, for making me think these things.
I think Phil Mushnick happens to be like an amazing writer. And he's just like, watch this. Hold my beer. I'm going to fuck with everybody. People are going to be angry about the cross shopping antics, but they're also going to be angry that I don't like Rob Manfred, or they're going to think crotch. I can't even say the fucking words. Crotch chopping antics are good, but they also hate Rob Manfred. That's an amazing bit of writing. Put it in the Louvre. Put it in Cooperstown.
Yeah.
This
guy probably has
amazing.
a fucking HOF vote too. You know what I mean? That's who we're dealing with, people. All right. So do you have another one?
No, I don't. That was I blew my load on that amazing app situation there. That was too good.
All right. Well, we're going to give away a chance postcard.
Oh, and Artie says, like the DX sucker from the 99s. Yes, exactly. That is what he did. He did the crash shop.
Yeah,
the X from DX.
He got suspended too. And then people were like, well, PCA didn't get suspended. And that guy crash chopped. I mean, I guess.
The kid was like 6 years old, and his dad thought it was funny when he would do the DX cross chop. And so then he did it when he was 28 in a baseball game.
I thought it was hilarious, but it probably was inappropriate.
It's all inappropriate.
I know.
Who gives a shit? Like, I don't know.
My child was watching.
He's
going to crotch chop.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Rob Manfred is courted.
Next thing we know, it's going to be WWE fans like, why is he crotch chopping? He must have seen that pitcher do it 20 years ago.
Exactly. This is unacceptable except to Phil Mushnick.
Yeah.
So hashtag chance in the chat. It's your last chance to win the chance. Want to thank our sponsors, Penguin Imprints, Fanarchy, all of our Patreon supporters. Patreon.com/BleacherBunch is where you help us pay for tickets and beer. And Michael, when are you going to come in and cash in some tickets and beer?
I don't know, man. I went to one game this year and I cashed in a little bit. Got to sit in right field. God, it was fucking wonderful.
Sucks. Hashtag chance in the chat. Are we good? Are we gonna do this? All right, we're gonna.
Are we gonna do this?
We're gonna do this.
Are we gonna roll the thing?
We're gonna roll it. And I'm spinning.
Would you like me to come up
Who's
with
that
some
long
other
one?
bullshit that'll?
It's Cub Druggist. His name is so long it takes up my whole screen. Oh, in the winter again. This guy just does nothing but win. He should be crotch chopping right now. It's Mr. Artie Boucher. Congratulations. And as I said, I have 2 to send now. Everything else is sent. So if you didn't get yours, don't blame me. Blame Dominic Galoro.
Artie, you just won on June 1st. Let's see when you get that one. We'll see.
It'll be a Christmas card.
Yeah. Right. Artie will be crotch chopping Santa when he gets that one.
Is that legal? Fanarchy. Fanarchy is an app you should download. Penguin Imprints is a imprint company that you should frequent. Go to their website. You get all sorts of money off with code Bleacher Bunch. And hey, I just thank everybody for showing up tonight. It's a Monday. It's an off day. We really have to have a good homestand here. How about like a little 5-1 action at least? And or sweep the thing. Let's start another 10 games streak and erase that other 10-game losing streak.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's been so frustrating that the team was actually playing so good and then
this all fell apart.
It really did. Now, I will say we were talking about the fact that they were beating the Reds in extra innings by 1 run every fucking game. Like, you knew something was coming. I just didn't know it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a 500. Well, listen, we would have freaked out if it was just a 500 stretch. So, might as well be a 10-game losing streak, except you end up in 4th place.
Well, ultimately, we were a 500 team. Do you remember at the beginning of the season?
We were 500.
Win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2. Like, we just did that all the way up to that first 10-game win streak. And then we lost 3 and we did another 10-game win streak. Imagine if we didn't have that.
Yeah.
We would be the Reds right now.
Oh, we'd be worse than the Reds.
Yeah. It was wild. And I'm really happy that they did well during that stretch. And they were actually kicking ass. Like, it felt like the guys felt good about each other but then, I mean, just ultimately your pitching catches up to you.
And unfortunately, or unless you like these shows, our next show is going to be a Monday. It's going to be next Monday. That's the next Cubs off day. It's got night games on Thursday. So maybe if the game ends at a decent time, we can maybe spin some bitch clock. Or if we're losing against the A's, I say we bitch clock out on Thursday night because we might need it. You know what I mean? After the game, we'll do a little hour long and just spin the wheel a bunch and get it out of our systems. I could see that happening. But if next Sun Ranto show will be Monday, which is also Billy DeVore's birthday. So
nice.
Maybe we can have him. We'll call him up.
That's awesome. And by the way, Vince's Spike came on when we did the bitch clock show. He jumped in and just nailed the bitch clock. He did a great job. He really did. And hung out, did multiple bitch clocks. And I'm here to tell you, a guy that bitches 100% of the time, the bitch clock is hard because you get your fucking, like, what you have to do. And you have what, Danny, say 20 seconds to figure out what you're about to bitch about for 30 seconds. It's tough.
Oh, I don't even try to figure it out. I just wait for it to start and then I just go. So I'm going to play again the battle of Wrigley'sville Dogs. And I mean, the White Sox today, if you can keep crying and keep getting drunk and calling Walter Payton's son, Walter Payton, and all the dumb shit he's doing out there, just trying to relitigate this. Just take the L, brother. And if you want to do something like raise money for Levante and the Lost Boys, or like I'm all about that. But we gotta bury the hatchet. We have defeated you, and now we are going to normalize relations between our two countries.
Be like the Sun Ranto show. Danny has always led us in a direction in which our anger benefits other people.
Exactly. There's no reason to let ourselves go down a wayward path any further than we're naturally going. So
Exactly. Let's all go together and raise money for good things.
Exactly. Like the game. So give money to that and don't give any money to White Sox Dave or any of his friends. Dog.
Fuck Walter Payton apologist White Sox stage.
Dumbass.
Spagog.
Some cup snake dick took creeper pics looking for clicks on X. Little asshole at Barstool Bro was trolling Bleacher Jeff. Said that he thinks Bleacher Jeff stinks, though they had never met. Fans of the Sox who Jeff had blocked said things they'd soon regret. Cause White Sox Dave came to the aid of some random Twitter guy who had challenged Bleacher Jeff to a hot dog stand fight. Minutes later, everybody got a big surprise when it turned out Jeff's opponent's a convicted pedophile. It was too late for White Sox Dave to try to take it back. He'd rooted for the pedophile to kick Bleacher Jeff's ass. Dave said he'd no idea about his pedo past, but as Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. Then that pedo bitch, he up and quit and stayed inside his house. Well, Jeff showed at the hot dog stand, ready for the bout. A lesson to the wannabes looking for clicks and clout. If you mess with Bleacher Jeff, he's gonna take you out. Then later in the evening, after winning all those dubs, Jeff went down to G-Man with his friends to watch the Cubs, who ended their long losing streak that night against the Bucks. So to White Sox fans in Barstool, you cannot fuck with us. It was the Battle of Wrigley'sville, dogs, where the pedo was a no-show and nobody broke the law. And no punches were thrown, but the W was flown at the Battle of Wrigley'sville, Battle of Wrigley'sville, Battle of Wrigley'sville, Battle of Wrigley'sville, dogs, where the wannabe Barstool Bros showed us they don't have the balls. And no punches were thrown, but the W was flown at the Battle of Wrigley'sville, Battle of Wrigley'sville, Battle of Wrigley'sville, dogs.